Hey everybody, this is Garrett. This is Curtis. This is episode number 1 of Feed Your Grass. Hashtag Feed Your Grass. Hashtag's important because as y'all start sending us questions, that's how you're going to have to send them so we can filter them down. This is going to get started mainly because I absolutely hate doing newsletters. I was typing a newsletter this weekend to send out, and I hate it. I despise it. We're going to start videoing it. The general gist is that we get a lot of questions from y'all call us in or you email us, and what we want to start doing is putting these questions, answering them on these videos, sending them out to you, and we'll just go from there. So I'm Garrett, this is Curtis. Curtis does all the sales and the complaints and the QCs and things like that, so a lot of you probably seen him. Anyway, we're going to go right into the questions. So, what are some of the questions that you have been getting this week, Curtis?
I've been getting a lot of questions about fungus so far. Seeing brown patches in the front yard, seeing a little yellowing in the grass.
And that is?
That's a giant brown patch.
Also called large patch. You're going to see it more in your St. Augustine's. It's going to be when you get wet.
And humid.
Humid. Doesn't get real cold at night.
Correct.
Things like that. Yard doesn't get a chance to dry out. So some other things about fungus, not just that, gray leaf spots or anything. The chemicals that you use to treat the fungus only last for about 14 days. I've got some really crazy expensive ones out there that the golf course uses that'll last 21. But they're no fun. They're just a couple more days for a whole lot of money. So anyway, that's the one thing. The fungus is the one thing that we need y'all as the clients. You know, you really got to stay on top of it, and you got to watch it. You want to get a really good fungicide down as soon as you start to see it. You don't want to wait. There's several good options out there. I guess if I'd been thinking, we would have had some little bottles sitting here.
Right.
That would probably work. Anyway.
But fungus does spread through the yard pretty rapidly, and if left unchecked, you know, you could end up with giant bare spots in your yard.
You can relax a little bit. They're not going to bite you.
I'm relaxed.
Okay. What else? Okay, so fungus, what else are you seeing?
A lot of scale on crepe myrtles this time of year. It can spread pretty quickly. Good thing to notice, scale is a byproduct, which is the black, dusty type stuff. It's called honeydew.
Negative. The black dust. You're talking. Oh yeah, you're the honeydew. It's the black sooty mold that grows on the honeydew. That's what you're talking about.
There you go.
So anyway, I didn't mean to correct you there. Just wanted to make sure that everybody knew what they were talking about. Insecticides. You want to get a really good insecticide. You can go to like Lowe's, Home Depot. Ewing is one of the vendors that we buy most of our stuff from. They're over there on Limbrook Avenue. Ask for James. He really loves it when people comes in there and ask for James. So, but you really want to get a high quality insecticide. You want to use some horticultural oil too.
Right.
So it kind of makes everything stick and it suffocates the bugs and just an overall good product.
Right.
Anyway, what else you got?
Another thing we've been seeing is grubs and army worms. You'll start to notice it looks similar to giant brown patch, but the effects are different. You'll notice browning or yellowing in your grass. The best way to see what it is get down and actually pull on the grass. Grub worms eat the roots, so you'll be able to just pull the grass up. It'll feel like a mat.
It comes up like in whole sheets almost.
Right.
It looks like freshly laid sod almost.
Right. Also, another thing we're seeing is chinch bugs. It's kind of the same thing. You see yellowing of the grass, but the root system is still intact because the chinch bugs actually suck the nutrients out of the grass rather than eating the grass itself.
You know, most people have chinch bugs mistake it for inadequate irrigation.
Right.
So if you are looking out in your yard and you think you might have an irrigation problem and things like they're drying out and the grass is dying, reconsider. It might actually be chinch bugs. I know one really easy way to tell is just look out there and you'll like have these areas of obviously dead grass, and then right next to it you'll have areas of very obviously healthy grass.
Right.
And that's just where the bugs haven't moved yet.
Right.
So
I hear the same thing about fungus as well. People tell me a lot that they think they're not watering their grass enough.
yeah.
and that's obviously not the case. Just good thing is get down and actually pull on the grass and inspect it and see exactly what's going on.
Very, very well. And then I know another one this time of the year, people are talking about their yards not looking that green. And a lot of that might be with depending on how much and when you put your fertilizers out. We're getting kind of late in the year, and a lot of that nitrogen is kind of worn off or isn't even present at all. So that might be one of the reasons why you don't have as vibrant of a green of a yard as you're used to or you would expect and want. So I would not recommend going out putting a lot of nitrogen down right now, because the fungus that we were talking about earlier is you will just basically feed the fungus. So that's why it's really important to put out slow release fertilizers to kind of time it out. And we're probably in the next couple of weeks getting to where you would want a lot of that nitrogen to kind of phase out. We're probably not but about 6 weeks from grass going dormant anyway. So you got anything you want to add?
Nope, that about covers it all, Garrett.
So the general gist of this is we all know that y'all have a lot of questions, and we want to be able to help answer them. We want to be able to provide you with as much valuable content as we have. If there's anything that you have a question about or you want to know about, my yard's doing this, and it's not just yards, it might be your bushes, it could be anything out in your landscape. Shoot us a question. You can email us at info@feedyourgrass.com. info@feedyourgrass.com. I'm going to put that down here in the comments as well. Shoot us an email. We're going to do this once a week, and we're going to answer all the questions that came in the week before. So looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun.
I am too. It's going to be a nice little experiment.
Yeah. Curtis, if you have questions as to whether or not Curtis can grow something, look at this man that he's growing here. He knows how to grow a thing or two.
I do.
So anyway, all right, guys, we'll see y'all next week. And info@feedyourgrass.com. Shoot us your questions. Look forward to hearing from you.
Bye, guys.